Okay, everybody, so today we're going to talk about the last way to solve quadratics, okay? So we can factor. I like factoring. We can solve with square roots. I like that. That's easy. We can even complete the square. But sometimes the numbers are just really bad numbers, and there's no way to do it except the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is really nice because it works for any and all problems. So if you can get this, you can learn this problem, you don't have to worry about any of the rest. The quadratic formula will solve every single quadratic, and it's actually pretty easy. It's called plug and chug. So here it is. X, that's our answer, is equal to negative b plus or minus, because there's always two answers, big square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a, okay? That is always a quadratic formula, always works for any problem. Okay, so what do you do? So first of all, let's use the quadratic formula, okay? Quadratic formula, we need a, b, and a c, right? We need an a b, and a c. So in this case, pretty easy. A is 1, b is 5, and c is negative 3, okay? Write that down. So we're going to plug. It's called plug and chug. That's all we're going to do. We're going to plug these values into our formula. So, okay, we're going to go. You ready? Negative b. So we're going to go a negative 5 plus or minus, because there's always two answers. Big square root of b squared, which is going to be 5 squared, subtract 4, always 4, times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 3, then all over 2 times a, which is 1. All right, so what a mess. But we can do this. All we have to do is just figure out the number. So, okay, I'm going to simplify. Negative 5 plus or minus, that's two answers, square, let's see, that's going to be a 5 squared is a 25, a minus minus a plus, 4 times 1 times 3 is 12, so plus 12 all over 2, okay? All right, let's keep plugging and chugging. We'll have a negative 5 plus or minus, because of two answers, big square. Well, what's 25 plus 12? 37, all divided by 2. Okay, I need a calculator. So what is the square root of 37? I don't know. I use my calculator on square root of 37. I can answer about 6.08. We'll round up to 6.08 is fine. 6.08. Okay, so that is square root of 37. So let me just scoot this up here. So I'm running out of room. So I'm going to rewrite this. Not this square root of 37, but we're going to write 6.08, okay? So I'm going to rewrite this as negative 5 plus or minus square root of 37, but square root of 37 is 6.08 all over 2. All right, now I'm going to have two answers. I'm going to break it up. So one answer is going to be, first answer is going to be negative 5 plus 6.08 divided by 2. And the second answer is going to be negative 5 subtract 6.08 divided by 2. We need two answers, plus and minus. Okay, now I'm just going to use my calculator. Okay, so I'm going to go, okay, clear. What is negative 5 plus 6.08? I get an answer of about a 1.08. I'll divide that by 2, and I get an answer of about 0.54. That's one answer. That was actually pretty easy. Second answer, I'll just go negative 5 subtract 6.08, and I can answer about a negative 11.08 divided by 2, and I get about a negative 5.54. Okay, there it is. That is solving using the quadratic formula, okay? Now I'll get you started on number 2, and then you guys can go from there. But number 2, we'll start off. A is 2, B is 6, and C is negative 7. We're going to plug it into my formula, okay? 6 is going to go here. So I'm going to go -6 plus or minus the square root b squared, so it's going to be 6 squared minus 4, because that's in the formula, times a, and a is going to be 2 times c, which is going to be a -7 all over 2, because that's in the formula, times a, which is 1. Okay, and you guys can go from there and solve this problem. So we've done the first problem for you for homework using the quadratic formula. Okay, I want you to do the second one, finish it up. I want you to do the third. Now on the back side, if you can do by another way, it's a little bit easier. This one by completing the square, which is what we did yesterday. Bring the 3 over, and you take 1/2 of b squared, add that to both sides, so you have an x squared minus 8x, half of 8 is 4. If I square 4, I get a 16, remember? So I'm going to add 16 to both sides, equals, now you brought over the 3, plus 16, and then I'll let you finish it up, okay? Now, if it factors, it's easier. All of these factor, which makes it nice. You can get the answers if it factors, right? X minus 4, x plus 2 equals 0, mini equations. So then I got an x minus 4 equals 0, and x plus 2 equals 0, and you just solve those, okay? Then finally, if they factor, it's pretty easy. X equals 4, x equals -2. So if it factors, it's the easiest. You can always use the quadratic formula. You could have even used the quadratic formula on this problem. You can even use the quadratic formula on this problem, but completing squares is easier. And finally, I want you to go ahead and do number 11 to graph it, find the line of symmetry and the vertex. Okay, so that's what I want for you today. You also have some math you got to do, so hopefully you will get this done. All right?